Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Priyanka and today we are making something really special, very useful and which is not sweet at all. So this is homemade Sooji bread and I cleared it in first attempt. So so if you follow this recipe and do try it, you will make yourself a very soft and fluffy texture Sooji bread, and which you can give to anyone in your home. So let's get started. So first we are going to blend some Sooji, and so here the Sooji is the very fine Sooji. So there are two varieties, which is very mota, and another one is that barik wala. So I've taken the barik wala, and then I'm taking milk and adding the yeast into it, and then sugar, and mixing it so that it gets properly mixed, and then let it rest for about 6 hours. So you'll see how it looks in after 1 hour, and then this is the result after 6 hours. So this assures that your bread will poof up perfectly and bake nicely. So this is the sign you can see if your recipe is going in a correct direction or not. So here I've added oil and then the milk mixture into it, and then we are going to just mix it so that it's just roughly combined. And then on a clean surface, we are just going to knead the dough. At first it's going to be very sticky, but you need to knead it continuously so that it becomes together very well combined. And then if you need, you can add a little bit of oil in between, right? And then just keep doing it for about 10 to 12 minutes. So for me also it took about 11 minutes to get into this final process when the dough was perfectly combined, but that's okay. This is a fail-proof recipe here, so you need to try it, and this is just a bit of you need to do here, which is okay, right? So here you can use a scraper or a spoon. You can see I used a spoon to scrape off this excess dough from my hand. So finally the dough is combined here, so I have added a little bit of oil and got scraped off of the excess dough from my hand. So this is the final look, and then I'm placing it on the container and covering it with a cling wrap and let it rest for about more than an hour. So the more time you give it to poof up, the more poofed up it will be, right? So after 1.5 hours, you can see the result here. So see how perfectly it is poofed up, and this assures that your bread will be very much soft in texture and fluffy. So here is it. So let's punch it now. And then so here I'm going to roll it, flatten it first, and then roll it into a dough shape for the bread. I hope you noticed in the beginning that I grinded the Sooji, even though it was the barik wala Sooji, it didn't grind up properly, but that's okay. You will see the result, how it turns out, so you need not worry that your Sooji is not properly grind. So with that also it will get perfectly baked. And so here by this time make sure your oven is preheated, or you can start the heating process and keep your oven or tawa set up for heating, because this is the final part. And now you will let this rest for some time, and then this will go straight into the oven. And here I let it rest for about close to 1.5 hours again. so that it gets perfectly poofed up. And in this manner or size we will bake this bread. And to give it a milk wash or ghee wash, I've used ghee here, and I did had butter with me. And also I've thought that okay, moisture upar ka nahi jayega, so that I used milk also. And many people do egg wash also, but I wanted to make a fully veg bread, so I use this method. And this is my kadhai setup here. And yeah, so here it was heated, and then now I'm topping this bread dough with some mix-its because it's not looking empty, and then just dap it on this bread so that it sticks once it's baked. So now place the tin into the kadhai and then let it get baked for about 30 to 35 minutes maximum. It also depends on your heat in the kadhai or oven setup. Minimum 25 minutes is also good. And after it's out of the oven, let it cool, and then you can place a damp cloth so the moisture is retained. So I used a damp cloth here and cover it for about 10 minutes, and then you can start demolding it and flip it, and then you can start cutting the pieces out of it. So the bread slices are finally cut, and you can see for yourself the final result, how perfectly looking and the texture has come out. So please do try this recipe, and also subscribe to my channel if you like it, and share it with anybody who might want to try this recipe for themselves. And this can be eaten by anybody, even your kids can have this. So please do try, and thank you for watching. Bye bye, see you guys in next video. Also guys, the taste was not of the market brought bread taste. It tasted different and much better taste.